Hello and welcome, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. We're on episode number 70 of Let's Play as Granada. Can you believe it? 70 episodes. It's also morning, first video of the day, for those who wonder when I record. So yeah, my voice is a little bit deeper than normal, which is awesome. Sound like the voice of God. God. No, not really, but it's still fun for me. I don't know, I enjoy it. So where we left off last, I recall we were, nearly completely finished with the annexation of the Inca, 75%. We're slowed down a bit because they're overseas. Our war exhaustion is affecting things. We're at 1.77 war exhaustion. Overseas, that's a pretty significant penalty. It'd be nice, again, if we could find that Diplo rep guy. Better relations over time. Diplo rep guy, there he is. Oh my gosh, we need him badly. That's the guy. That's the one right there. Meanwhile, we have tremendous overextension because I'm in the midst of consuming Oman. They're getting broken by rebels right now. Ooh, we gain a claim on France. Sweet. Our truce timer will be over soon. We can start annexing Tunisia soon. I believe it is in the year, 1678. So just shy of a year from now, we can begin the annexation process there. We do have a spare diplomat available. What are our other diplomats working on? Improving relations with the Mamluks and vassalizing the Inca, that's right. So the Mamluks, they already like me, so we really don't need to improve relations with them, but I suppose it doesn't hurt. You know, we could maybe look at Persia at some point in the future. We've been at war with them a few times because of reasons. All of that aggressive expansion I expect will go away after I release Oman. They are a heretic religion, so we're going to have to attack them anyway. No real sense in improving relations then, I suppose. Really, I'm thinking we're almost done with the whole being able to vassalize peacefully thing. Let's consider some of the missions. Unify Islam. So Lower Sind and Cordoba. Lower Sind. So we need to go pretty far over here. Cordoba, I imagine, is probably right next to it somewhere, maybe? Cordoba. Oh my god, no. Cordoba's like way over here. Okay, so we have a lot of work to do to actually do that Unify Islam decision. But we'll continue to work our way over there. I don't think I have any reason to declare war on these people, do I? No casus belli. They're a fellow Sunni. Perhaps we could just get them to accept vassalization. If we were next to them, they would accept it right away. At this point, they are not willing to accept royal marriage or alliance. But, you know, since they are part of the thing, let's start improving relations with them. Yes, we know overextension's high. We know there are revolts possible. I know that I have claims. I know I can hire a guy. I know I can build buildings. That guy's not the right faith. So really all I want to do is just eat Oman. We should be fabricating claims on Oman. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Alright, let's bring back the guy from the Mamluks. And let's fabricate a claim on Oman. And, now Najd here is just a couple counties. We could force them to give back this one to Oman after we vassalized Oman. And we could just eat these two. So we should fabricate claims on them. And then take Najd and whatever. Tabuk and Najd. Najd. Which one's more pressing, I suppose? Well, I think I'd rather do the remaining wars with Oman first. It doesn't even matter what they're fabricating claims on. Just fabricate. Fabricate away. Sind already is happy with us. They're still not willing to accept an alliance or anything, but very close. That would put us over our limit, but they might actually be my next person. After... What's with all these fleets? Oh, we built some two-deckers, that's right. I knew that. I remember this. Not. I don't remember anything. Let's merge the fleets so we have a little bit less going on in the outliner over here. We could become Defender of the Faith again, but instead of doing that, I think I would... oh no, our Conquistadors died. I would rather hire the Diplomatic Reputation guy. Level 3. Sweet, dude. So we're still making lots of money. He costs an arm and a leg. The colonies cost a bit as well. These are all colonies, yes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're coming along. Now that we have the Diplo Rep guy, that will speed this up tremendously. I mean, it went up by 0.5. So it went up, like, insanely, like 5 times faster. Very, very significant. Request for military access from Brittany. I'm not exactly certain why they think they need that. Let's patrol in the Ivory Coast. Still. Don't want any of that money leaving. Any of that delicious money. And we're still getting most of the wealth is going in this direction. We're pulling most of it, but you know, another key trade node would be this one. This one's not got very much money. And the money that is here is mostly going in this direction. But if we could get some ships over here, I wonder. We have merchants, yes. I think I disabled my merchants, because I normally don't care about them. Except for when I do. So you got one guy who's working there and one guy who's collecting in the capital. The guy who's collecting in the capital is boosting the overall income we make here by 10%. So we're making 7 extra gold by having him here. Probably not going to be better to send a guy over here. In fact, since the trade, well, I'm just curious about this. If I wanted to, you guys are in the Gulf of Aden right now. Could I send you to Ceylon? I could. And we would still transfer trade power in the right direction. Alright, keep working in the Gulf of Aden. Why do we have trade power anyway? Provincial trade power. Oh. Must be because I have these islands here. Okay, so that gives me the ability to send ships here. I could pull more wealth from here if I wanted to send a couple ships there. In fact, let's just go ahead and give it a shot. Let's take half the ships that are protecting this node and have them go protect in Ceylon and just see how this affects the numbers a bit. Right now it's sending 5.2. And these ships are alright, so that pulls an extra 1.2 gold that way. It's some. It's not much. I mean, we'd have to apply a lot more trade power here to make any real difference. Our overextension. Overextension's hurting it terribly. Is that affecting us here too? It's not. Interesting. Let's see. Overextension, I know, affects... It says trade power abroad. What determines if it's abroad or not? Maybe because it's not connected to our capital? That must be it. Alright, well in that case it certainly doesn't make that much sense, I think. Go back to the Gulf of Aden. 11 gold. And now we're going to get what? They're repairing right now. Would you stop repairing, please? They need to actually get into the node. Oh, they are in the node. Okay. Well, I guess that's as best as we can really do. Okay, so yeah, we're finishing up the annexation. We are beginning the annexation of you, I think, like now. Wow, look at the timing on that. 2 days from now. I have like this internal clock that just goes off. Oh, and shoot, I need to make them like me more. Alright, we're done working with Sind for the moment. We need to keep the claim going. Cannot break the annexation, can't really break the, Wow. I'm gonna have to send Tunisia a gift. It's gonna be a lot faster that way, I think. I could definitely use another diplomat or two. It'd be fantastic if we could afford to go down the the Diplo idea group and pick up an extra diplomat and better diplomatic reputation and all those things. But again, I still feel like that's probably a good trait or a good idea to keep for my upcoming Austria playthrough that I do intend on doing. So we finished a bunch of buildings. That's nice. Force limits increasing slightly. Good. That opens up these colonies for colonization. So I think we'll actually go up to 5. Colony, colony, colony. Protected and protected. Let's go ahead and... yeah, 4 is probably sufficient. We'll be able to protect it all right. So we'll go 5 colonies at once. Kind of crazy. How much is that going to cost us, I wonder? Wow, it's, you know, colonies are really not that expensive. 3 of them is like nothing. Yay for colonies. Yay for coring. Alright, spare diplomat. Tunisia. Here's some money. I give you 100 gold. And in 50 days we'll begin the annexation. You're very tiny, but I want you. Ooh. Alright, looks like we finished our claim. Opinion of other subject nations minus 30. 1686. It's not bad, 7 years. It's pretty fast. Where did these peasants rise up? I wasn't actually paying attention. Oh, right here. Auto patrol will take care of it for us. Now, as far as fleets go, we've got our one main fleet up here. I was thinking about gearing up for war with Portugal, wasn't I? Because Portugal's the only one that's really taking our trade here. In fact, they've stopped. Interesting. Portugal has stopped protecting trade down here, giving us a near sheer incredible monopoly. What is Portugal up to that's caused them to not want to do that? Currently they're at war with Savoy, the Netherlands, Bremen, Cologne, Tuscany, and Brittany. They are a defender against Savoy in the Savoyard reconquest of Nice. So they must have pulled their fleet north to deal with all of this. Meanwhile, Castile is also involved in the same war. And Castile is still allied with Austria and Portugal. But it's just Austria and Portugal. Let's check them out. Military, navies. Castile. 19 heavies, that's it. That is it. I think I have more two-deckers than that. I have 107 heavies. Some of them, granted, are a couple hundred years old, but I've got a lot of ships. Portugal is sitting on 24 heavies. I feel like this is time. This is a good opportunity for me. We need a spare diplomat, of course, before we can do anything. This annexation, how's it doing? %. Quite a bit of stuff that we could convert, but we don't really need to do it right now. Military tech, we're way ahead of time on right now. 8 years in advance. But man, getting that and getting extra big guns and improved maneuver, improved shock, 0.5 tactics. I think we're just going to take the added time penalty. It's just so good. Our truce is up with you in a couple of years. I don't want to miss out on that because I don't want to sit on overextension for so long. All the extra revolt risk we're suffering is pretty annoying. they would accept, even without a royal marriage or an alliance. They're just like, yes, please, take us. We want you. Alright, am I being a chicken here? Should I just declare war on Portugal? I mean, Portugal's... Alright, let's check one more thing. Let's check their army. Because I know Castile's got a sizable force on the ground. They got 105,000 troops. 20,000 artillery, 26,000 cav, 59,000 infantry. Portugal's probably not going to have quite as much. They have 71,000. Alright, I'm going to gear up for it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this army, or this big navy with all the transports. We're going to go pick up the extraneous troops that are just kind of milling about. Like, I want these guys here to protect the colony. I want these guys to end up staying here to protect the Mamluks and against the Ottomans and all that. I don't need anywhere near this much to take on Oman. So let's just split this and send half over there. And all you three can go to here. And we're gonna pick them up. What we're gonna do with them is we're gonna plop them over probably in the Incas' land, and then we're gonna just take a bunch of Portugal down there. I want to be set up to like really abuse Portugal. Maybe even put a couple troops here so that we can take over some of the islands or something. And of course we're going to end up at war with Castile, so we're going to want to try to take Helena. And we can end up putting those troops straight over to Castile as well. And do a separate peace with Castile. So if we're going to do a separate peace with Castile, we should probably gear up to siege Castile first, actually. So how about we do this? We put the troops here in Caraco. Supply limit of 54. We put like 54 regiments here. Leave the transports behind, but send the main fleet north. Keep a couple two-deckers or something to protect the transports. And then, as soon as the war starts, blockade the crap out of them. No troops can get over here. Of course, their fleet and their troops will be all occupied up here in this nonsense. Over here. Of course, they're at war with Brittany and Netherlands as well. But we won't let them get over here. And then my 54,000 troops, or whatever I end up with, will just kind of siege Castile and siege this area. We'll take this area. And maybe we can even use that to... You know, the Caribbean's actually not really the best choice because we can't direct trade that way. And the wealth from here is automatically being exported. We'll see. We'll see. But that's what I think what we're going to do. We could even consider... I think there's some more troops over here, too. And Castile's here, so... We'll need a conquistador, but we can siege all this with this guy, this stack. And this army can go down here. Cool. Okay, I'm going to take a break here. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.